everybody. I'm Janet and this is my mother's daughter. Welcome to my channel. This is FlossTube number 3. Today is September 1st, 2025, and in America we are enjoying Labor Day. So for those of you in America, I hope that you are enjoying some rest and relaxation, some good food, maybe some stitching. I know that other countries also have something similar. So when that rolls around, I hope you do the same. So, but welcome. If you're new, thanks for stopping by. Some of you may be new because of the Stars and Stripes SAL. So thank you for stopping by. If you like what you're seeing, feel free to like and subscribe. That would tickle me to death. So, but if you're coming back, thanks for coming back. You're definitely going on a journey with me as I celebrate all the things that that I brought with me from my mother's stitching, my grandmother's quilting, my other grandmother's quilting. It's called my mother's daughter because of what that heritage means to me. And I suspect it may mean a little something to other people too, in one way or another. So welcome, welcome. We're going to have a good time, and we're going to get started. So the first thing that I want to do is to give some shout outs because I did not do this on my last FlossTube. The first shout out is to my dear, dear friend who I've known since before kindergarten. We went to church together, school together, part of college together. Her name is Shannon, and she is a calligrapher, a very gifted calligrapher, and she owns a business called PaperGlaze Calligraphy, and I will link it in the description box, or at least get have a website address for you. She is an incredibly gifted calligrapher. She's been featured in Magnolia magazine from Chip and Joanna Gaines. She has also done more wedding invitations than you can probably shake a stick at. But what I thought was really cool is she got to do the gubernatorial invitations and lots of the deliverables for the inaugural or the gubernatorial celebration in Arkansas this last time. So beautiful, beautiful work. And the reason I bring her up is that she was able to sort of elevate my little symbol or logo that I started out with. So I'm going to show it to you close up because I think she did a beautiful job. So we sort of collaborated on this, but she did the lettering. I added the bow, and then the 3 hearts represent my mama and my 2 grandmothers. So this is it, and I thought she did such a good job, and it means so much to me to have my one of my closest people to me in the whole world. She lives down in Louisiana, so we don't get to see each other very much, but this tickles me this. So you may see this hanging on my wall back here because I love the fact that she did that for me. So Shannon Inman, Louisiana, PaperGlaze Calligraphy. Beautiful, beautiful work. The next thing that I want to shout out is there are 2 local needlework shops near me, and the one that I frequent the most because it's the closest to me is Stitch Therapy in Lexington, Kentucky. They relocated here from Texas. I think they might have been called ABC Stitch Therapy, but they are definitely great. They have needlepoint as well as cross stitch, and they're so nice, and of course they serge your fabric for you and do all the things. So they're great, and I really enjoy going and looking at all their goodies. And then the doc who is responsible for Atomic Ranch fabric has a brick and mortar store called Rogue Stitching in Louisville. And he has, of course, his fabrics, Sullivan, Floss, of course, DMC, Week Style Works, all those things. And then he has a place in the store to stitch, as does Stitch Therapy. But super nice guy, and it's really cool to see the fabrics fresh off the press, if you will. So I wanted to give those to LNS's a shout out too, because both of them are sort of new to the area a little bit. So if you're around the area and want to stop by and say hi to them, look at all the things they've got, I'm sure they'd love it. So so those are my shout outs for today. And then the big news, I'm here, you know, I've been hearing this rumor about this stitch along. What's happening? Well, if you look behind me, and I'm terribly sorry, well, there's not a glare. Karen, the recovering monogamous stitcher, and me are hosting a stitch along or a start along, and it's Stars and Stripes that are that was a collaboration between Paulette Stewart of Plum Street Samplers and Teresa Bennett from Shakespeare's Peddler. So they are so pretty. We have a Facebook group where we have tons of folks joining us at the last minute. The last I looked, we were almost to 300 folks. So we're all going to have so much fun stitching this. And y'all, I love seeing how people plan their designs. A young lady did a sketch and shared it, and I've seen several folks share you know, their finishes where they've already done this. I just didn't realize how really beautiful these pieces are when they're stitched. My preference is going to be to stitch them all together. So there's a barn, which is in the stars pattern, an ampersand, and another barn in the Shakespeare's Peddler chart. So I'm putting them all together, and several of us are in the in our Facebook group. The other thing that, and I'll link the Facebook group below, sorry about that, but if you're interested and really want to get your patriotic stitching on and do some celebrating with your stitching for our 250th anniversary, I have recently, very recently, joined Star Spangled Stitchers, and I'm telling you what, they are really showing some really beautiful, beautiful stitches. Some things I haven't seen before. So I'm really enjoying seeing what everybody's got going on. So much fun. If you want to join in, we'd be happy for you to. The best way to get information about the Stitch Along or Start Along is to go to our Facebook group. If you'll go under Files, I have a page that Karen and I collaborated on that talks about the SAL. We're starting it today officially. We've had some cheeky folks that have started ahead of time, and I'm one of them. So anyway, and so is Karen. So anyway, we collaborated on a stitching guide. If you want to follow that and you think it'll be good to get yourself some structure, the stitching guide is a PDF that you can print. But if you want to do the ampersand first, or you do it the way that makes sense to you, we have an end date that is suggested, but as we said, do what you want to do. But we're going to try to have this thing done by Memorial Day, which is the last Monday in May. The reason we're doing that is because we want everybody to have an opportunity to stitch it, maybe get it finished, and be able to enjoy it for the rest of the year. So plus, don't we all have 150 million projects that we're wanting to stitch? I know I am. So if you want to stitch along with us, if you've already started it a while ago, maybe this will inspire you to pick it back up again. So please feel free to join in. And again, the Facebook group is called Stars and Stripes SAL. You will have to be approved. It's a private group. You will have to be approved to join, but I didn't set it up to answer any questions or anything like that. I just want to keep out the nonsense that sometimes pops up in public. You know, sometimes, well, you all have all been there. So anyway, we're just gonna have a really good time, and I'll be on the Facebook group later on this evening to check on everybody, get it going. And by the way, we do have a hashtag for Instagram, and it's just Stars and Stripes SAL. So if you want to see what other people are doing too, maybe you don't want to join the Facebook group, or you're not, you know, you're not a user of social media, then try that out, and maybe check out Instagram and see what everybody's doing. So we are tickled to death. And so having said that, I am going to show you what I got started with mine. So I have this beautiful little bag that was created, and it's kind of messy right here, but this is done with Teresa Kogut fabric, you may recognize. And this is, this is beautiful, and I love the vinyl in the front because I like to see what's in there. But this is Straight from the Heart by Sue, Straight from the Heart by Sue at gmail.com if you want to drop her an email. I think she does the finishing for Color and Cotton. So beautiful work, and I'm hoping that she'll finish something for me one day. So I keep her card in here just in case. But the inside of it, I will show you this. The inside of the fabric is a contrast. So I really like it for my patriotic stitching. And y'all, she put that little tassel on there, and then I added the Teresa Kogut because I'm a big fan of hers. So nevertheless, this is what I keep my SAL stitching in. So these are the threads. Let me see if I can get these twirled around for you a little bit. Oh, I've got them all over everywhere. Let me pull these out. So here's some of them. Now this is for stars. There may be a few other threads that I haven't purchased yet that go with ampersand stripes. It's got some other beautiful colors in there too. So I love this. And I learned my lesson last time with my very messy wad of thread, and I got myself some rings. So anyway, so these are the threads, and this is, I'll show you the finishing pieces. So the ampersand has a couple of little things that embellish it. So the first thing is this Just Another Button Company. Look at that little thing. I mean, it's tiny. It's not even an inch tall. It's just a little black and white quilt block. So cute. And then, so Just Another Button Company. And then Lady Dot Creates. This is Grubby Toast. And this is what they use also to embellish the ampersand. So I saw that Karen is giving away a button, so I'm going to give away some Grubby Toast by Lady Dot Creates. So in the comments, please like, if you like, subscribe, then I will send you anywhere in the world, because we've got some folks from everywhere as part of our Facebook group and our SAL, but I will send you Grubby Toast, and maybe if I can get it in time, I may send you the button too, because they go together. So Grubby Toast, Lady Dot Creates. So the word that I would like for you to use is toast. And I'd like to take that further and have you use that in a sentence, because I'm an English major and I want to see the shenanigans that you all get up to with this. I think that would be hysterical. But enough about that. Let me show you. So remember, toast, and please don't say giveaway or anything like that, because YouTube, I don't know if they kind of screw it up or what, but whatever. So this is on vellum. I think I'm doing this on 40 count, and here is my little baby start. Little baby start, y'all. I've got the patterns are 100, well, the two barns are 110 by 110. So we divided the two barns into 4 groups. So 4 quadrants, we'll say. Both the barns are as close to that as I can get. So if you do a 55 this way and then 55 this way and come over, I got it as close as I could based on the picture. But if you want to do that, great. But the ampersand is meant to be stitched all in 1 month because it has a lot less stitching on it. So my plan is to stitch all this in one piece on this beautiful vellum. I think this is Picture This Plus. Isn't that pretty? Look at all that modeling. It's just a little bit, it's just a little something to make it interesting. And then I'm stitching it all in one piece. I hope that I can remember how to do a hem stitch. I want to hem stitch the whole thing, and then add the Grubby Toast and the button, and then I'm going to frame this with glass over it, so there will be a little bit of a spacer in between the glass and the stitch piece. So I'm very excited. I think this is going to be so pretty, and you all, if you all haven't seen these pieces stitched in their entirety, and if you get a chance, please do. They're beautiful, and that collaboration, absolutely, it's brilliant, and so much fun for this time of the year too. So one more whip that I have that I want to share. So I'm stitching a piece for my friend Heather, who recently married, and this is Folley Farmstead. This is from Artful Offerings. Once I started taking a look at their at the catalog of designs that they have, gosh, I had a lot of stuff in my cart and I had to back off. So, but I'm looking forward to increasing my collection at some point. But this is what Heather chose. She chose this because she and her husband's house is kind of I think has a renovated barn kind of feel. They're out in the country, and so their home is similar looking to this. Their surname will go here, Farmstead here, and then down below I'll have their wedding date. So the last time that we talked, I got this little barn done, and that was a lot of stitching. Easy stitching, but sometimes this block stitching kind of is misleading because you're like, oh, it's so easy, that'll be easy to do, but it's just lots of stitching, but so pretty, so pretty. The two reds that are in the design really give it a 3D effect, and I thought that was really cool. So here is where I am. So I've left it in the frame because it's all, you can see all of it, that's what I'm trying to say. So, funny story, I attempted to put their last name here. And I was noticing, I was kind of using these barn doors as kind of a guide based on where this started and that kind of thing. And I was like, that is not gonna work. So I had their name way too far over this way. And I realized I hadn't taken these green lines, the grass, over far enough. And even though I knew that, I frogged it twice. So I had to lay it down, chill, and then I thought, I'm gonna go ahead and get Farmstead on here because I know where that goes. I'm having to recreate their name, so that's why it's a little bit, I'm having to figure out how to space their name and chart it and all that stuff. And then I'm gonna do, I'm gonna finish this side and get the little topiary on this side done. Then I'm gonna come over on this side, tackle their name again, and get this topiary done. So hopefully the next time that we see each other, I will have this topiary done and this green part done. So that's my goal for September. So I mentioned that in my my plans for the year are to finish up all of the whips that I have. So I've got about 5 or 6. Some are smalls, some are gifts, and so I just want to get that done, and also spend time on the SAL too. So that's one of my big goals, is to get this done, because my focus piece, hang on just a sec. My focus piece for next year is kind of a doozy, but I love it. It's gorgeous. It's from Rosewood Manor, and it is American Flag Quilt Sampler. Look at that thing. It's got tons of back stitching in it. Oh my goodness. And there's Kentucky. So this is my focus piece for next year, along with our SAL. If I can stitch ahead, or perhaps get some of the other things done, I may try to get our SAL done maybe a little bit early so that I can really focus on this, and then the 25 other gazillion patriotic designs that I've also picked out. So I showed you some of those in my last video, and I've got more to show because I didn't get them all shown to you the last time. So, but this is my focus piece. It's gorgeous. I know this is going to be so pretty. I am stitching this, pardon me, my bag fell. So I'm stitching this with DMC because that's what it called for. So here are the colors. It's got everything from shell pink, like 221, 224, all those. So those are all the colors. So pretty. And then the fabric that I got is Vintage Country Mocha. It said to stitch it on 28 count, so that's what I got. It's gonna be sort of big, but look at this big old piece of pretty linen. I got a great big piece of it. So we'll see if I can get anything else stitched on this as well. But I like Vintage Country Mocha. I'm thinking that it might work for a lot of projects that I've got tucked away up here that I want to do, but I think it's going to be really, really pretty with all those pretty colors. Oh, I can't wait. Cannot wait. I may mess around and be cheeky and start this soon too. I don't know, but I really need to get all these other things done. So I've got to finish things or I get stressed. So I think maybe not stressed, but Karen and I both have that in common. She's a recovering monogamous stitcher, and in many ways I completely identify with her. So nevertheless, I don't have any finishes this time, but hopefully next time I'll have some things to show you. One of the things that I really wanted to talk about and show you is a combination of haul and plans. I really enjoy being creative with my finishes. In some cases, I like to finish it just like it's shown on the cover page of the design, because in many ways that's what attracts me to the design, is how it's finished. But I've sort of run across some things that that I am so excited about. One thing I ordered and I knew what it was going to be, and some of these other things I just came across them and I didn't think I was going to be able to find the pieces that I needed to finish. So I'm really excited to show you these because they're beautiful. They're really beautiful. So just to kick it off, and because we're heading into fall, I love the Free Stitch Friday from Primrose Cottage. I'm a sucker. I want all the fabric, all the, the threads, all the things. And so I did get everything for this particular piece. It's from last year. And if you are a fan of Primrose Cottage and you've been keeping up with this, you have seen this before. Well, one of the finishes that I really liked was in this pumpkin shaped frame from Hobby Lobby. And I looked and I looked and I looked for it. And just by accident, I found it on eBay. This is the frame. So some people added a little bit of fall foliage up here, or maybe some fall greenery or botanicals or whatever you want to call it. I've seen some people stitch this on this really pretty, I think it's Swigert, and it might be Monaco cloth. It's gingham, which I am a sucker for gingham. I have gingham shirts. I love gingham. So, but this is going to go in this. It's like a 4x6. So I will probably do this on like 36 count so it'll fit well. But I may start that. It won't take me 5 minutes. Look at that. Get that done in a day or a weekend. And then I'll have a little something for fall. So I love this, and it tickled me to death to find that on eBay. So happy. And then another fun thing is I live in a townhouse, and I moved here in January, and so I've got the most of it kind of figured out and that kind of thing, but I don't have as much cross stitch that sort of blends with the rest of my house, because I always stitch things that have pink and blue and green and all that, which are colors in my bedroom. Well, I kind of like things to kind of match the decor, if I can. So I loved this little Home Sweet Home from Stitching with the Housewives. Look how cute. Now that's finished in a little tray. And they said, this design is finished on a wood tray found at Hobby Lobby 2024. Now I bought this pattern this year, and I thought, oh, I wonder if they still have it. Looked online, didn't have it. I was like, oh, so I thought eBay. I'll look on eBay again. Couldn't find it. So okay, so I'll figure something else out. I mean, there's tons of ways that you can finish that. You all, my sister came to visit me, and you know, you have to go to Hobby Lobby. Look what I found. This is the tray. It was just there in the with all the other wood trays and all that kind of stuff. This is the tray that I need to finish that. It's got these real pretty teal handles, and the graph also has little teal handles. So I'll put this in my living room. But isn't that cute? Wouldn't that be cute? I cannot wait. I can't wait. And I'm thinking maybe putting some Velcro behind this in case I want to use this in a different way. I'm thinking I might use this hung on the wall. I might hang it with a plate rack. You know those plate racks that they're springy, and you put them and they grab a hold like that. I think I can get that. I think I can get that around that and hang it that way. That way it doesn't, I'm not putting any holes in it anywhere or anything like that. So excited. So if you're wanting to, the reason I'm showing you these things is even if you're wanting to find something that you think, oh, it's already sold out, I can't get it. When you least expect it, you could possibly run across it. So I am tickled to death. So now this isn't to do with finishing, but I do need to kind of move it. This is a haul piece. So I got the big pretty book, Tennessee Samplers. So my people came from Sladen, Tennessee, about five generations ago, I think. And so I thought, well, I'm gonna get that and see if my family's in here. So I've looked, I didn't see anybody, but that doesn't mean I don't have kin folks in here. So, but I am really enjoying learning about samplers. And there is, I think in Nashville, now you Google this and make sure, because I think I'm gonna probably tell you wrong. But this is, let's see, okay, Tennessee Historical Society. Yes, so I think they have a exhibition of some of the things that are in here. It's in Nashville, and I think it goes on until sometime next spring in 2026, maybe March of 2026, something like that. So I'm gonna road trip down there. It's about a 3-hour drive for me, so I'm gonna go see this. But oh, look at all that pretty stuff. And I have one piece that I am gonna show because I think it's pretty. Hang on, I think it's the other side. Look at that. I love it when they put flowers in there, and that border's pretty too. Oh my gosh, and look how thick. It's like 700 pages or something. So this is one of those books that I'm gonna pile up with during the cold months with my Afghan over me and my hot chocolate, and I'm just gonna sit here and just pour over this, and I'm probably gonna read every page. I'm so fascinated with samplers and the history behind them. So this is my wintertime reading, but what a great resource and a lovely book to look at. So now I'm back to finishes. So I could not, okay, I ordered this on purpose. So I've been wanting to do things that are patriotic, of course, to celebrate our 250th birthday. And I came across the, get this, let me get this out of here real quick. Yeah, okay. So I came across this sheet, and I ordered it. It's from Paisleys and Polka Dots. There's the little sheep. Look at that. They tell you how to finish it, have really good instructions in here. And then I thought, well, what am I gonna, I'm gonna stitch something and put on there. So I'll be dang if Erin Elizabeth didn't, this is probably a collaboration. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I love it. I love it. So I've got the kit. So this is ale, Belfast linen, and it is 32 count. So this is ale. Really pretty from Picture This Plus. I seem to get a lot of things from Picture This Plus. And then I got Dinky Dye silks. Look at that. Look at that. Y'all. This is a, these are kind of, let's see, this is kind of a really pretty blue. And then this, what's that called? Black coral. But beside the blue, it looks like it's got a little bit of a blue cast to it. So now I'm excited about that. Isn't that pretty? That red in there. Y'all. So anyway, here's my little sheep. And I'm looking forward to that. I don't think this will take me too long. That doesn't look, I mean, I don't know about a weekend, but I might be able to get that done in a week if I kind of focus on it. And I love rickrack. Oh my gosh. So I'm really excited about that. So that little sheep's just darling. So one of these days you all are gonna tune in. Hopefully, you see this little patriotic sheep behind me. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's just, oh, it's so cute. And I like to finish things in different ways. So this is one of the different ways that I am finishing it. Oh, and I got the little American U from Primrose Cottage, this little needle minder. People are really inspiring me with like theming, like they're stitching, like their needle minders, you know, kind of match and, you know, all that kind of thing. And I'm like, I am nothing if not a person that loves a theme. I love a theme. So, little sheep, little patriotic sheep. It's gonna be so cute. I love it. I love it. The next thing, is also a piece that I ordered, or a kit that I ordered. So this is a kit that I ordered, which is a collaboration between Chantel 141 and Hands On Design. So I'm going to show you, this is a limited edition. I'm showing you this, and I think the time has already expired for this. I show you this not because I'm, you know, I hate to show it because I don't think you can get it any longer. I'm hoping that she'll release these patterns or these charts. They're darling. But I loved how well Chantel assembled this kit, and I wanted to let you know that I think she has an ornament kit that you can order now. And I anticipate that it'll be maybe somewhat similar to this. I do know that there were 4 or 5 designers, one of which was Teresa Kogut, who I love, and Plum Streets on there. I think Kathy from Hands On Design. I can't remember who else. But if you go to Chantel's website, which I'll link in the description box, she'll give you more information about it. But I had to have this. And so when I go home to visit my sister in a couple of weeks, we're going to finish these wood pieces that this goes with. And then she's going to do, there are 3 different pieces. She's going to do one. I'm going to do one. And I don't know, but maybe we can talk my niece into doing the other one, because she used to cross stitch a long time, and we're trying to reel her back in. So anyway, so this is Home Sweet Home. Isn't that darling? They give you these 3 pieces, the wood pieces. Honey, the paint, how to do it, everything. I'm gonna do this one. My sister wants to do this one. And my niece, actually, Kristen, she loves this one. So we're hoping to entice her. So we'll see. But so cute. So let me show you what comes in your box. So I'm not gonna open this because, but the patterns plus the instructions come in a very well organized folder. So I love things that are all organized and together. Then you get 2 bags that look like this. We've all seen these. This bag holds the wooden pieces. So to give you an idea, this is the piece, this is the wood piece that the piece I'm going to stitch will go on. This is sort of looks, when it's all put together, it sort of looks like shiplap, but that's the piece for the design my niece likes. And this is the piece that my sister's stitching will go on. All together, all in this bag. So here's bag number 1. Then there's bag number 2. Got it together. I love it. Organization. Y'all. Okay. Supply bag number 1. All the things, paint brushes, all that. A little roller. Just don't know what you're gonna need. And then I haven't taken the, I'm gonna be transporting these, but she also gives you like the paints even that you need. And the this is clear coat finish. This is weathered wood, which I think is probably what you'll use on most all of the pieces. And then there's other, well, this one's called Skeleton Kitty. I don't know if you can see, it's sort of a gray-green. And then this one is White Swan. That's a good little, they give you enough, quite frankly, to where if you wanted to order more of the boards, which she does sell separately, you can make more if you wanted to for gifts. And then this is Prairie Gray, which is kind of a darkish taupe. So you got everything that you need. And I anticipate that the Christmas box for the ornaments is also going to give you everything you need. So I haven't gotten a box from Chantel before, but honey, I'm impressed. Very well organized. She gives you the written directions, but there are also links to YouTube videos where you can watch her, and she'll do like a demonstration for you. So we're going to do this when I go home in a couple of weeks, and we're going to have a little craft day. We've got some other little things we're going to do. So, and I'm hoping that my niece, great niece Harper, will be there. She is 8 and she has started cross stitching and she's working on a little unicorn. I love it. So I want to get a picture of her and her piece because I love how we're passing down, you know, our love of this hobby. And so that little Harper, she's going to do these little things too. I love it. So the next thing is this. This was nuts, okay? So I have two pieces that I'm going to show you. This first piece is a Nantucket handcrafted basket. Isn't that cute? This was gifted to me, and I think she might be watching, so by our cousin Vicky, and she is so generous and passes along lots of little pretties to us. So I've held on to this for a long time, and then there was another piece too. Look at that little basket. Look at that. I put my orts in there, and it's so lightweight. They don't really come out too much. You know, the wicker or whatever they use to weave this kind of holds the thread in there. And by the way, if you don't know what to do with your orts, I've seen people do clear glass ornaments at the end of the year. So that's probably what I'm going to do with mine, and then maybe do like a little tree in here or something for me to enjoy. But it's got a little flat bottom. So that's my little ort basket. But this, I thought, now I want to do something with that. I want to do something with that. I was not even looking for this. I just thought, I'm going to have to think about that. You all that have been with me for a minute know that I love to do hardanger. You can't see it very well, but I've tucked a piece that I did for my mama up here. And by the way, that's my mama and daddy, and those are my two grandmothers. I found a way to get them up there. So anyway, that's a fairly old picture, but that's my daddy and my mama. So one of my favorite hardanger designers is Emmy Bishop, who did Cross and Patch. But I forgot that I also was like really into Lori Birmingham. Now this is back in the day, y'all. So let me see if I can tell right off the bat. This is, I don't know. This is a kit from Lori Birmingham that that has a bit of, it's hardanger, but it's not, and you're going to clip threads, but it's not terribly, okay, look what that's on. Look what that's on. Daggone clear. And then look at this. What? What? What in the world? Y'all, I could not get this in my cart fast enough. Couldn't get it in the cart fast enough. So now, of course, I love how this is finished. So now I'm on the hunt for some little teeny tiny strawberries, and I love a strawberry. So little teeny tiny strawberries. Isn't that cute? I've got a friend that she's my stitching friend. She sits by me whenever we meet and stitch, which we did here in Frankfurt. And I coordinate the Saturday stitches for Central Kentucky Stitchers. And so we do Saturday stitches about every other month for folks that can't go to the the once a month during the week stitch. And she always brings the cutest table gifts. One of them is in that bag up there. I'm gonna have to get it down, but and show y'all at some point. But she stitches these teeny tiny little things. They're so pretty, and I'm like, Anne, I think I need to stitch you one of these. So I hope she messages me or sends me a text and lets me know if she likes that. But now I love that little basket. Oh, can you believe that? What am I gonna do with this? Bam! Oh, thank you, Cousin Vicky. We love our Cousin Vicky. But now, speaking of Cousin Vicky, y'all, she gifted me 2 antique oval frames. 2 of them. Look how thick that sucker is. And then look at the back of it. You can tell that thing has lived. It has lived, y'all. Got the old wire. I'll replace that, but look at that. She didn't just give me 1. She gave me 2. The other one, you can't, let's see. It's up above here. I know you can't see it, but I'll do a picture sometime and put it either on my Facebook or on my Instagram or something like that so you can see that one. But I have 2 matching oval frames. Beautiful, beautiful. And I'm like, now something special needs to go in those oval frames because I know this is a unique find for some folks, and I'm so grateful that she gifted me. She gifted me several frames, which there's going to be some pretty stitching in those frames. So you all, I found the perfect thing to go in here. It is from Reflets de Soie, Noeli, Corbineau. Y'all, then let me put it behind here so you can see it. I don't know if I'm gonna have to do it on 56 count. Y'all, look at that. I don't know if I'll do it on 56 count or 40, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at the dimensions because I don't want it to be too small. I want it to fill up the frame to some extent, but look how pretty. And doesn't that look so pretty with this frame? I mean, you know when you're looking for something and you finally, you're not sure what you're looking for, but when you do find it, I mean, if you know, you know, right? So delighted with this little French piece. Also delighted that this came as a PDF because I'm addicted to Pattern Keeper and I have astigmatism, and so I like to really maximize the size of the graph so that I can see it. And so Pattern Keeper, honey. PDF, you can get it PDF or you can get it as a paper copy too. But I think this is fairly new. Reflets de Soie, y'all. Beautiful. So now I'm on the hunt for a complementary piece to go in the other oval frame that looks just like this. So it might be that I have to take maybe a bird or something like that out of one of Nicola Parkman's Hands Across the Sea samplers, or it might be that Reflets de Soie will maybe have a pretty piece that I can put in there. But anyway, I know we're gonna have to, maybe if you have any suggestions, I would love to know. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So there, so those are some plans for finishes that will hopefully be within the next 1.5 years. So excited. Now I also, let me make sure that I've got this, might be behind, yeah. I got some stitchy kindness too this time. So when my sister came to visit, we went to the Needleworks shop in Lexington, Stitch Therapy, and kind of as a hostess gift, she was like, you know, I had some things in my hand, she was like, let me take care of that for you, you know, putting us up and carting us around and all this kind of stuff. So I'm not going to show you all these, but I do want to show you, y'all, this is a stack of $1 charts. They are older, but beautiful nonetheless, that I got from Stitch Therapy. I'm gonna show you a few of them. I mean, you probably have to get these on the secondary market. But some of these are old favorites of mine. I don't believe most of these folks are designing anymore, so they're kind of precious to me whenever I find something. So this is You and I and Friends. Isn't that cute? Love it. Now this, I think, has some ribbon in the middle. It's a little, just like a little silk rose scissor companion. I believe that is silk ribbon that you would do silk ribbon and ribbon embroidery with. Probably doing some little French knots or something. Love that little 3D going on there. Isn't that pretty? I hope you can see it. Okay. So those are cute. Y'all, got me some waste canvas. You don't ever know when you're gonna need some waste canvas. And then, y'all, I mentioned Emmy Bishop with Cross and Patch. This is not the best picture, but you can probably, if you wanted to see it more closely, this is a sampler that Emmy Bishop did, and it's called the Hope Sampler. It's in blues. I don't know if you can see that very well. I'm so sorry. But $1. Y'all. Let's see. And oh, this was fun. Y'all, so I love, I mean, who do I not love? Who do I not love? But I really, really, really like Shepherd's Bush. Y'all, I found an old Vanessa Ann. So when, I think it was Tina used to design for Vanessa Ann before she went out on her own. And if you look on the back especially, you can tell, see those little people. Snatched it up. So I got some things from the Cricut collection, some little needlepoint things. I love Homespun Elegance. She still has some things out. I got some more, I don't know, just some little, you know, first one thing, then another. So, but whole pile of things. I did get down on the floor and drag their baskets out, their dollar baskets out, and go through them, because I love to find a treasure. So thank you, Lisa, for treating your little sister. She also brought me some 28 count even weave berry smoothie. This is to stitch a summer piece from Primrose Cottage. This is Fabric Flare. So I think this has been printed on, which, how cool. And then she's brought me some of the little 5-inch rounds to do some little rounds with from Primrose Cottage. We love them. They've got a brick and mortar store and all that. So cute. Another Stitchy Kindness, which I was so happy about. One of the ladies that I stitch with in Central Kentucky Stitchers came to our stitch-in at the library here in Frankfort, and she said, "Here, I knew I had something in my stash. Look what she brought me. Basics and Beyond." Now let me show you on the back some of the things. Holy smoke. Isn't that pretty? Look at all that. Whew. And I mean, I like to know the background. I mean, it talks about how it comes from the fjord region of southwestern Norway. I did not know that's where Hardanger came from. So thank you, ma'am. I love this. Thank you. And then, let's see, is that my friend Linda gave me a little pack of tiny little pony needles because she knew I was testing out different kinds of needles, and these are my first pony needles. I'm using them currently on the SAL, and I'm good with them. I normally have used the Colonial Petite 28s, and I like them too. They're a little bit shorter. These are just a touch longer than the Colonial Petites, but I'm not, I'm not mad at either one of them. So, thank you, Miss Linda. So sweet. And then y'all, so one of the really cool things that happened to me when I joined Central Kentucky Stitchers is I learned that I had a relative there, like sort of long lost. So in more recent times, she contacted me after she saw my name. She does genealogy. She's a daughter of the Revolution. Let's see, DAR and Daughters of the American Revolution. So you have to be able to trace your history back, and it has to be, you have to be able to prove it and do all this stuff. So she's very active in that and very bright. So she contacted me and said, is your granddaddy, Travis, blah, blah, blah. And I said, yeah. And she said, did he live in Paducah at one time? Yes. Y'all, my granddaddy married Julia's aunt. So we're connected that way. And then she said that if we go back to the 1700s or something, we have a connection there too. Is that not crazy? Craziness. Well, she knows that I love Hands Across the Sea samplers, and she ordered several, and she realized that maybe this is maybe more than she wanted to stitch. So she gifted me Jane Bannister 1855, and because I've got kitties, she said, oh, I know you had kitties. So she gifted this to me. She's such a doll. I love you, Julia. Thank you so much. She got a big hug and kiss for this. She's a doll. She's, she's got daughters and granddaughters and all kinds of things. She's from the Paducah area, West Kentucky like I am. And so, anyway, love her. I love her. So I am going to take a break from showing you too many more things and mention a few anecdotal stories from some folks who sent me emails. So I don't have a story to read this time because I'm really hesitant to share anything that somebody didn't just blatantly say, you can share this. I sure don't want to offend anyone, but anecdotally, I can say that there was a lady who grew up in very challenging circumstances, and she sent me her story and let me know that her mom and the grandmothers were not very present with her, but as time went on, she had a successful marriage. She made sure that her daughter knew that she was loved, and she shared stitching with her. She has a granddaughter now that she stitched some things for, and she is kind of stopping that cycle of neglect, but stitching is still a part of how she's connecting with her daughter and her granddaughter. So I love that. That was very, very powerful, and it was, when I read it in its entirety, I kind of just had to sit there a minute because it was just amazing how her faith brought her through that and taught her how to love, And so I'm so grateful that she shared that with me. We have another one trying to think. I'll share next time. That one has really filled up my cup and made me very grateful that she shared that with me. So we just don't know like what our heritage consists of. You know, I know that, you know, I was so blessed that my grandmothers were there and my mama and all that kind of thing. But what I love the most out of what she told me was that she was able to change the trajectory of all of that baggage into something beautiful for the people that, you know, that came after her. So powerful. I love hearing from y'all. I love it when y'all comment. I read every single one. I'm going to answer every single one. I'm going to answer your emails, which, you know, email address is listed in the description box. Email me anytime. Send me your stories. I love that. And please, if you're okay with me sharing it here, please say that. Please say that explicitly, or I might share it anecdotally, but not word for word. But please send them. That's a part of what I want this channel to be, is the stories about our heritage and how cross-stitching and other of our grandma hobbies that they call these, how they bring us together. And some of us have wonderful memories. Some of us laid cross-stitch down, picked it back up again during the pandemic. Some of us, like me, have picked it up full force, laid it down, picked it up, laid it down, picked it up, laid it down. And I have picked it up and I am tickled to death. It really, for me, I think one of the things is I'm so visually stimulated, I guess, that I get so excited when I see things like this where I can, I know what this little thing's going to be, you know. It's so pretty too. So I love that, but I also love on a kind of a deeper level, I have racing thoughts quite often. I have ADHD, and so it is really nice sometimes to just sit and stitch and I'm not thinking about anything. It really gives my mind a rest, and that's just invaluable to me, and it really helps me to rest, kind of woosah a little bit. So I'd love to hear from you, and if you feel comfortable sharing that, I would love it. And the best way to make sure that I share it, if you want me to, is to email your story to me, and please let me know if it's okay to share. I know I keep saying that, but I just want to make sure that everybody's cool with it. So I do have some more haul, and hang tight, and I'm gonna reach down here and grab it. Okay, this is a lot, so it's gonna go really fast. I'm trying not to keep y'all too much longer than an hour. So anyway, here we go. So while I was with my sister and we were doing our retail therapy at Stitch Therapy, I got this cute little kit from Shepherd's Bush for fall. So I may slip that into some of the things I'm stitching at the end of this year too. Y'all, okay, the lady from Little Dove Designs kept giving us sneak peeks of this Biscorno she was doing, and my sister and I both love, number one, a strawberry and some gingham. Look at this, Little Dove, y'all. Look at that thing. Oh. So you know we're gonna be on top of this for next year. It's even got a little gingham button. So I ordered little gingham buttons. I don't know where they came. I think they came from Europe somewhere. Anyway, love. I am a fan of Little Robin Designs. This is AT probably, yeah, AT 1797. Love language colors right here, y'all. I love the soft colors. Isn't that pretty? And if it's got florals in it, like I mentioned earlier, get in the cart. Just get in the cart. Just get in the cart. I am going to shamelessly, because I'm going to show you, let's see if I can get my kitties to come in here. This is a la-di-da pattern with a leaping cat. And it's a orange tabby, but I got this because I thought maybe I could find some overdyed, very variegated floss where I could sort of maybe take those tiger stripes out, and she's a tortie is why I'm talking about that. And maybe this kitty can be a tortie like my Patsy. Isn't that cute? Love it. So before we leave, I'm going to see if I can't get them to come in here. I'm going to tell them I've got treats. Hang on just a second. Kitties! You want a treat? Come here, kitties. I'm just going to see if they'll come. If you have cats, oh, they both came. Okay, I'm going to introduce you to them. I know I'm all over the place today, but come here, Angel. So this handsome gentleman is, oh, get up here. I know. This, I hope you can see his little face. This is Toby Joe Frazier, and he's a handsome gentleman, aren't you, baby? Are you a handsome gentleman? He loves love better than anything. But this is my fur baby. This is one of them. And then Patsy, come here, baby. Come here. I know. Look at this baby. Oh my goodness. This is Patsy. Now she does not like to be held. Do you, precious? But look at that little white chin and that little pink nose. Oh my goodness. So these are not Maine Coons. She's actually kind of petite, but she's like me. She likes to eat. So anyway, but it looks like she's going to sit up here for a minute and let me give her some pets. So, but she's over it now. So now they're going to give me the side eye because I haven't given them a treat. I should have brought some up here. But anyway, hi kittens. So these are my fur babies. For those of you who are just maybe watching for the first time, I'm a forever singleton, tickled to death. I'm very independent, but I love my fur babies. So I'm hoping maybe this can be sort of a little tribute to Patsy. I might even do a little fluffy. They're floofs. They're not super fluffy, but they're definitely floofy. So maybe I can do something to make her little tail look fluffy too. Love it. Love it. Okay, so I'm going to fly through these. I got a bunch. So we're just going to fly through. This is a scissor mat with a hem stitch. I got this partially because of the hem stitch. Because it had really good directions about how to do it, and I need to sort of be reminded. In the mid-90s, I was good friends with a lady that owned a quilt and cross-stitch shop, and her name was Janine, and she taught me how to do so many things like this. And she's not with us any longer, but she was definitely part of that growth, you know, learning how to become a stitcher and how to do different things, and not to take it too seriously if you mess up, and to just enjoy the journey. So if there's something new that you want to try sometime, just try. You know, nobody's going to take your birthday away if it doesn't come out right. Just, you know. So another la-di-da. Of course, my country. I know y'all have seen it. I've seen it. This will probably be part of my stitching for next year. Love. I'm showing you these by designer, because that's sort of how I keep myself, keep it organized for myself. I love the Wishing Thorn. Birgit does a beautiful job. I can't see these very well. This has got the florals in it, and this is a new one. This is Rebecca Worrell, right? Worrell. It's 1847. And then here it is. I hope I'm doing this right. That's what it looks like on a lighter fabric. It's so pretty. I think I want to do it on that darker, maybe a raw linen of some kind, y'all. And then Brigitte, I think. She created this. I went nuts and bought the bag and the whole thing. Look at that pretty floral bee. You tell I like some florals. I love it. Elizabeth Hepper sampler, 1822. I have lots and lots of wishing thorn. She does some boxes as well. I think she just finished doing a summer box that should have gone out. I did not get that one because I was trying to decide if I wanted to do the Chantel 141 or if I wanted to do wishing thorn box. I got her winter box last year. She's very generous. So I mean, I love all the boxes that everybody puts out for us. I love a box. It's just like Christmas or your birthday. So treat yourself maybe this Christmas or for a birthday or something. This is Lizzie Kate, honey. I love me some Lizzie Kate. I have a little story about this, but I've kind of gone on for a while. Summer, got a little flag. This may be, I have all the things I think for this. Yes, I do. I even have the little watermelon button. So I'll probably do this for next year. This is Lila's Studio, Quaker Welcome. This is going to go, this is going to be framed and put by my front door. My little entry. Jan Hicks. Girl, look at that thing. I've got several of hers too. And I am so grateful for the designers that that release their designs in PDF form, because as I said, I'm addicted to my Pattern Keeper. I have nothing against Markup RX, but with my learning style, I was just able to pick up Pattern Keeper a little easier. And sometimes for fun, I just sit and add things to Pattern Keeper. I don't know why I'm so fascinated with it, but I love to add new patterns to it. So anyway, really tickled that so many folks make the PDFs available for those of us that use Pattern Keeper. And I totally understand if designers don't, and if they're protective of their work, because, you know, a digital image can be much easier to transmit to another person or something like that. So I get that. I totally get it. This is a hard copy of Hannah Ann Wallace, 1850. This is an antique reproduction with adaptations from that little Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. Oh my goodness, I love everything she does. Isn't that pretty? Oh. And the other thing I wanted to show you about this too that I thought was really cool. Now I'm hoping you can see this. You see this little it's a wood piece, and it's actually the color of this bird. One thing that I love that they did here is when they chose the frame, and even when they chose this little insert right here, they chose the color in this design that appeared the least often. And that is a rule that that's the first thing I do when I'm wanting to pick a matte or complementary color. I choose the color in the design that's the least prevalent, that you use the least. And if you can see, I wish y'all could see that. Look at this online sometime. You can really see it a whole lot better. But because she used that beautiful kind of that seafoam green, it really makes all the rest of this pop. So that's a little tip that I use whenever I frame things, or if I'm decorating or something like that. So I love that they did that. This is red, white, and blue. I'm so excited. This is from Cosford Rise. So my people, more immediate people, came from Slayton, Tennessee, but way before that, they came over from the UK. So I thought, well, now listen. And we have so many wonderful stitchers that live in the United Kingdom. And of course, you know, like I said, I've got people from over there, and I thought I love the beautiful little bouquet and how this just shows the friendship that Americans have with some people, their home country. Of course, America's a melting pot, but I love this. I love this. So I may do this too. Honey, we got another shepherd's bush. This is called Brave Flags. I believe I've got the buttons for this in a cart. Maybe at 1, 2, 3, maybe shepherd's bush. I don't know, but I'm gonna get the buttons for this too. Isn't that cute? So this is an old just cross stitch. This was part of a swap that we do with Central Kentucky Stitchers. You know, folks will bring things that they're not using any longer or something like that. But I love a strawberry. Look at that. It's kind of like a strawberry study where they're using different parts of the strawberry and learning how it's using nature to kind of learn how to do their art. I love that. So brought that home. This is from the Snowflower Diaries. This is Cherry Tree. It's a tiny little small, but look how cute that is. I love it. Now I might frame this in a frame that is kind of thick. You seen them do that? I might do it. This is a old sampler from Barbara and Cheryl. This is the same two designers that stitched my mama's sampler that I have shown, that is also in the background of my my thumbnail for my YouTube. So look at that. I believe this is in Williamsburg, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the Governor's Palace, maybe. So I thought I might stitch that sometime to hang alongside my mama's sampler, since they were designed by the same ladies. Nice little find. This was at a swap, Cricket Collection, December. You can still get this, but I love that. I love all the ones that they have like this, the designs they have that are like either spring, summer, winter, fall, or autumn, and then the months, and you know, I love that. I think it's so cute. This is also a swap piece. This is actually a kit, and it's got the little charms in the back. So that was a nice deal. This was also a swap. This is a Strawberry Band sampler, Hillside Samplings. Isn't that cute? Love a strawberry. Honey, y'all, now I about lost my mind when I saw this. This is Audie's Pink House from Fox and Rabbit. I have a lot of Fox and Rabbit, I love that. I have a lot of Fox and Rabbit fabric in my stash too. And then, let's see, the next set is from Teresa Kogut. So, let me see if I've got that. So, I love anything that refers to a farm girl, because I was raised on a dairy farm. And that little sweet Teresa Kogut, she did a farm girl. Look at that. And we had the Holstein dairy cattle too. Plus, flag. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna stitch this on the gold. Let's see, this is stitched on Havana, by Weeks Dye Works. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. I'm not sure. I might, but I want to do a toss and see what the colors look like on some other things too. I tend to lean toward taupe and brown, more brown colors for the background. I got this beautiful book, Serenity from Teresa. Look at that thing. Now this is probably gonna go in my living room. Beautiful. And then I had to get the little honeybee notebook, or honeybee needle book. Isn't that sweet? And then I'm going to show you just a couple things from her. Now hang on, did I get that? Maybe not. Let me see if it's back here. So the reason I'm hesitating here is because I guess I haven't. It must have got put in another pile, but I'm a member of Teresa Koget's Patreon. It's $20 a month. It's different. There are different tiers that you can join. But she's so generous, and she gives you, like, there's 2 or 3 cross stitch patterns. She has a coloring page, at least one every month, that you can use to either do an applique or you can do a punch needle. And then on the 15th of every month, she gives you another little snippet of the SAL that she's got going on. That is so pretty. I've got all the things for that SAL. It was a 2-year SAL. It's going to be enormous. I've got all the things. Have I started it? No, but I'm going to be ready whenever I do start it. So anyway, if you just want to see what it's like, maybe join it for a month or something and see if it's something you like. But she really does some cute things, and I love stitching her stuff. But I'm going to wind this up because we've been going about an hour and a half. So I got some fall things from Stacy Nash. This is As the Crow Flies pin keep. Great for fall, good little small for fall. This is Merry Autumn pin keep from Stacy Nash. Cute little thing for fall. This is for next year. This is a little patriotic design. This is the Big Blue House pin keep drum. I've never done a drum before, so I'm gonna do this drum. So, also pattern keeper friendly. And lastly, I got some things from Emily Call. Her work is, I think you can go to her Etsy shop. I think all of her things are PDF, but so cute. So this is Emily Call, and this is Cozy Autumn Medley. Love it. This is going to be a banner, a USA banner. I'm so excited. Look at that. You know, I'm going to have that hanging from my shelves back there. This is America 1776, still Emily Call. I love the plaid around that. And this is Thankful, Grateful, and Blessed. So cute. And these are pretty quick. I got these because I love the design of them, but they're also kind of quick. And, you know, I'm going to need some quick things to do. I think that's just called Thankful. Love. And then lastly, in All Things Give Thanks, and this is a little pillow, a little small. Some little pumpkins. So, now some of this has not all been purchased. Lots, and most of this honestly has been in my stash for a while, but I just kind of wanted to show you some different things that I picked up, and you know, things, and showing you all some of the things in the collection kind of reminds me that I have these things and that I need to stitch them instead of buying more things. But who's gonna, I mean, it's a sickness. It's a sickness. But anyway, I love a curated collection. So, but anyway, I hope that you all join our SAL if you'd like to do Stars and Stripes. I think I can't say enough how beautiful those pieces are together. There are a couple of I think there are a couple of posts on our Facebook group showing them stitched together if you want to. But now if you want to do the pillows, I mean, I had a hard time choosing whether I was going to do the pillows or if I was going to put it on the wall or whatever, but I just loved them. I just loved them. It just hit me how cool that would be if it was all three of the pieces were stitched together. So pretty excited about that. So anyway, but I'm going to let y'all go. I've been going about an hour and a half, and y'all got things to do and things to stitch and all that, and so I really, really appreciate you stopping by today. Check out our SAL, and there's a bunch of other SALs going on for the 250th anniversary too, and give Star Spangled Stitches a look-see. Those ladies and gentlemen are stitching some beautiful patriotic things that I think you might like. So all that is linked in the description box below. So thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you about this time next month, hopefully with lots more stitching done and hopefully a finish. So I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your Labor Day, and I hope you're settled down, comfy, relaxed, eating, you know, barbecue or just whatever you have on Labor Day, and I hope you get some good stitching in. Come back and see us. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a ball. See you later. Bye, y'all.